I'll be the first to say MGS4 Master Collection is looking much better than I expected initially. We got some new details over the weekend, and I apologize for being late to this, but I've had a very hectic weekend and I only just managed to get around to doing stuff in the studio, so please forgive me. But yeah, if you've missed it, a couple weeks back, 2 Japanese streamers were playing Metal Gear Solid 4 Master Collection version on the PlayStation 5, and I restreamed this event, and me and the viewers and everyone in chat, we're kind of discussing what we're looking at here, how the game's going to play. We're kind of making speculations and assumptions based on what we saw here in the gameplay. And a little while after that, probably a week or so after, a few details came out in tweets. So credit to Synth Potato for posting this or reposting this. I'm sure it was posted somewhere in the news network. Essentially, we're targeting 4K 60 FPS on PlayStation 5, which is excellent. This is exactly what we speculated here, that this was looking from the very get-go like 4K 60, right? And it was very smooth. There was no frame drops, right? It looked clean as day. I don't think I've even seen it stutter or like drop frames once. And all the textures have also been upscaled. They look way clearer, and that is very true. Let's look at this comparison here, especially for the solid eye text. Very blurry in the PS3 version, right? And here in the Master Collection version, way clearer. And the same can be said for the textures here. The textures here were thankfully preserved. They didn't upscale them or change them to affect the, art direction. They kind of just upscaled them and made them look a bit clearer. They still have that kind of blur to them, but it doesn't impact the game's visuals that much, and it looks nicer, Same thing can be said for the HUD and the UI. That's also been kind of, upscaled. So we're looking at a nice high resolution, kind of high fidelity version of that, which is very nice. It's not 720p like said here. So the iPod and Playboy magazines also make a return, and they keep their original functionality, as you can see here, which is amazing, because I would have thought these would be cut. A lot of people in chat also speculated, hey, they're going to cut this stuff, right? They're not going to have the iPod, they're not going to have Playboy, right? It's like licensing fees, whatever. But no, they kept it in here. So modders are not going to have to go in and restore content. So that's really nice. What else have we got here? So we've got a new control scheme that uses triggers for aiming and shooting. If you've played the original PS3 version, you'll know that the controls are a bit fucking cursed, because you have to use L1 and R1 to aim and shoot, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a bit jarring, but in its own way, it kind of worked well. It's very weird, but I assume there'll be a way to play on the old controls as well. So if you're a purist and you love MGS4's control scheme, I'm 100% sure there'll be a way to play on the old controls. And yeah, because MGS4 also relied on a pressure sensitive nature of buttons, kind of the same way MGS3 did and MGS2, they kind of revamped and overhauled the controls to make the game work without it, which is also a nice thing, because most modern controllers don't really do pressure sensitive stuff, so it gets a bit fucky. I mean, how many CQC kills did you get by accident in MGS3 because of the buttons? Exactly. There's a new load save menu that is no longer tied to the PS3 hardware menu. So as you can see here, if you played on PlayStation 3, you know that whenever you do save your game or you go into the menu, there'll always be like a PS3 UI hardware thing, right? Where it kind of just displays the PS3's OS, and it asks you to save the game, and you can see like a little image kind of like this, and this kind of almost mirrors it, but this is not from the original game. This is new. This may have actually been pre-baked or kind of in the code when they were designing the 360 version, which, obviously never made the light of day. So it could still be based on leftover code from that, but hey, I'm just reaching and speculating here, so don't take my word for it, please. So that's pretty nice. The loading is pretty much near instant now, and this is absolutely true. I'm going to try and find a moment where this happens. These fellas here, when they got to the end of this area, I believe you can see an instant loading thing. There you go, look. Instant. He literally crosses over the map and it fades in like that. That's amazing. Because the PS3 version had some long loading times, I think. I can't really remember too well. I don't remember it impacting me too much, but the loading times were there. They were present and they were fairly noticeable. So this is nice, right? So there's a new back to menu button or option in the main menu, right? So sorry, back to main menu in the menus. Confusing. Basically lets you go back to the launcher and select MGS4 or Peace Walker. So, you know, like the Unity launcher they did for the Master Collection games, like 1, 2, 3. Basically that. And there's also potentially hope of new dialogue to explain the new control scheme. People are crossing their fingers for the OG actors to return. If they did, that would be really amazing. If you had Otakon reprise his role, you know, and just give you a rundown of the new controls, it'd be pretty incredible. I hope they would do that. I don't see them putting in text, but it might be a bit high effort. Who knows? We'll see. And yeah, and the best thing is this is just around the corner, right? So we're probably about 3 months from release now. Give or take 3 months from now, we'll all be able to play Metal Gear Solid 4 on modern platforms. So praying for everyone that you can survive and witness this day, because it's going to be absolutely fucking monumental for the MGS community and franchise. We all love this game and we've all been waiting for it. So for it to finally come, it will be great. But yeah, a lot of the stuff we speculated on the stream did turn out to be true, which is great. So it's definitely looking a lot better than I expected. I initially said it was probably just going to be like a very minimal lazy port, but hey, they're preserving the original game probably in the best way they can, which is excellent. I probably couldn't really ask for more, right? As long as we have a volume slider of some sort, right, and maybe a way to change the resolution on PC at least, that'll be really fantastic. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. If you guys are, yeah, you can let me know in the comments. But yeah, this is just a small update from me. There'll be more videos to come this week and some streams as well. So yeah, if you've liked this, please drop us a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And peace out, guys.